Morning. It's March 26th, 2023. It's going to be 70-something degrees before the day's out. Come over here and visit my dad's grave this morning. But while I was here, this is a little bit of a historical thing. My mother's family, the Butlers, if I'm not mistaken, they were some of the first white settlers here. And this is, I don't know what order you'd want to see. My great-great-great-great-granddaddy, Gabriel Butler. Well, this is Gabriel Butler Cemetery, circa 1809. Gabriel Butler was one of the earliest settlers of Lauderdale County, shown in 1809 Chief Doublehead Reserve Tenant list is what he was on. Born 1779 in South Carolina, died 1856. And buried with two descendants within these rock walls, hewn from nearby cliffs by slaves to be the earliest cemetery in the county. His pioneer home located on the hill across from the cemetery. And you can't see it, but past that tree line there's a hill. And if the trees wasn't there, it'd be just at the top of it, you'd see the hill. That's where the old home place was. But this is Butler Cemetery. It's on the west side of Blue Water Bridge on Highway 72. And you'll see how this rock wall and right through them woods you can see a little clearing right there. I mean, just a little bit, that's Blue Water. When I was a kid, I'd come down here. This was a place on Decoration Day, the kids would go down and go swimming. And a lot of times come swimming just anyways. This was almost a family get together. I'll let you see this wall. I was told this was, out here was some of the slaves. I think that one there, I'm pretty sure that one is. Now that wall was built when after the Gabriel Butler, they built this thing around. Pretty neat. Yeah, and this is something you'll see when we ride motorcycles. We like taking break at cemeteries and walk around, get a little history and read what's some on these rocks. You can see right here, I think these graves here, I think these like 1917 or something, but I assume that like the Spanish flu, or you know how it was, all of them was babies, Butler babies that died around that time. Well, we fixing to get a motorcycle ride coming in. We come in and we had them storms the other day where the wind had blown both those flagpoles, and I thought they'd broke them down, but somehow they got a sleeve in the ground, and we stuck the broke part out of the sleeve in the ground and stuck the flags back down. They're about 2 foot shorter, but they're up. I think we're going to Smith Lake and see if we can eat us a cheeseburger. Y'all have a good Sunday. Okay, this is my family cemetery, Butler Cemetery. Read you this plaque out here. Gabriel Butler, Old Gabe, was born in the Carolinas in 1779, about the time of the Revolutionary War. His name is on records in Kentucky in the 1800s. He married his first wife, Sarah Whitesides, in Warren County, Kentucky, on December 26, 1803. Gabe was among the earliest white settlers of Lauderdale County. He arrived here during the early 1800s and leased land from Cherokee Indian Chief Doublehead on the Chief's Reserve. After Doublehead was killed in 1807, the government directed the settlers on his reserve to leave. Gabe and other settlers signed a petition in 1809 asking to remain. However, the settlers were evicted around 1811. Gabe and his family moved north into Tennessee. Indian treaties were signed in 1817 allowed the creation of Lauderdale County in February of 1818. The Federal Land Office was established, allowing land to be sold here beginning in March of 1818. Gabe traveled to Huntsville on November 14th of 1818 and purchased land here along Blue Water Creek. Eventually, he owned several acres in this area. Continued on the other side. I didn't really know it had two sides. Gabe's land was fertile with an abundance of good water, timber, and game. He built his home on the hill across Blue Water. He expected the road between Huntsville and Florence to be built nearby, giving him easy access to his farmland on the other side of the creek. However, the road was built 1.5 miles south in the general vicinity of the modern-day U.S. Highway 72. After 1824, Gabe built his second home southwest of here on this side of the creek. Old Gabe donated 2 acres of land to start this primitive Baptist church at Blue Water on May 16, 1840. The churches at Mitchelltown and Elgin Crossroads developed from that church. The cemetery at this location, one of the earliest in Lauderdale County, and was established by Gabe and named for him. Gabe died in November 1856 at the age of 77. He and some of his family members are buried within the rock walls. Old Gabe had 3 wives and 11 children, 9 of whom married and raised families in the area. Many of the descendants of Old Gabe are buried in this cemetery. Y'all can see in the distance where the rock wall was. Y'all have a good one. I seen that sign on the way out. I've read it, but I ain't never really took the time to read both sides. Y'all have a good one.